Hello, welcome to Breakfast All Day. I'm Matt here with Christy and Alonso. We are completely plugged out. We are not on any kind of media, any kind of social media. We put down all of our screens, but I don't know how we're going to record this. In honor of The Mitchells versus the Machines, new animated film out on Netflix, and Alonso will tell us all about it.
So yeah, this is from co-directors Michael Rianda and Jeff Rowe, both of whom come out of the show Gravity Falls. It's produced by Mitchell and Lord, the guys behind the Lego Movie and the 21
Miller.
Jump. What did I say?
Miller.
Mitchell.
You said
sorry,
Mitchell.
Yeah. Mitchell's the movie. Miller and Lord, the guys behind Lego Movie and 21 Jump Street, and not Solo, unfortunately. So this stars Abbi Jacobson is the voice of Katie Mitchell. She is kind of an outsider, but really has a strong desire to become a filmmaker, and she is very excited about heading off to school and getting out of the house, because she and her father Rick, voiced by Danny McBride, have a bit of a contentious relationship. It's a loving one, but he very much wants her to be more practical and think about how are you going to make a living, because what if the filmmaking thing doesn't work out, and she thinks that he doesn't believe in her, and he's worried that the two of them are growing estranged. So he cancels her plane ticket to go cross country to Los Angeles to film school, and instead decides they're going to have a family road trip. So it's Katie and Rick, mom Linda, voiced by Maya Rudolph, and little brother Aaron, voiced by co-director Michael Rianda. And what starts off as sort of just awkward and irritating then turns into a crazy adventure, because a cell phone AI becomes sentient and turns a host of robots against humanity. The AI is voiced by Olivia Colman, and the would-be tech genius is played by Eric Andre. And so soon the robots have captured all of humanity except the Mitchells, and so it's up to the Mitchells to go versus the machines and work out their own crap while saving humanity.
I love this movie so much because it's
too.
so zippy and weird. There's this incredible weird streak to it. As I was watching it reminded me of the Captain Underpants movie. In a lot of ways, in that there's like a variety of different kinds of animation going on here. It's zany in the best possible ways. Not in a way that is cheesy and shrill, but that is constantly surprising and unpredictable, and just like weird is the best way I could possibly describe it. But it's also really sweet, and it's sweet in a way that's not cheesy. Like it's just, I don't know how they manage that balance. A lot of people behind this are behind or part of Gravity Falls, also Disenchantment. You've got 2/3 of the main voice cast of Disenchantment here between Abbi Jacobson and Eric Andre.
And Miller and Lord, I forgot to mention, also gave us Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse.
Right.
It's just Cloudy with a Chance of Meatballs too, right?
Yeah. It just takes something that is so familiar, the family road trip where they're all getting on one another's nerves, but the mom hopes they're all going to bond. Like it's a tale as old as time. Like, oh, we're going to get together and be a family again. And that could have been so overly simplistic. And they just find unexpected ways into that story every time, while also commenting on what we do with our lives and with our time. And again, that's something that a lot of other movies and TV shows do. Like, oh, we're all on our phones too much. And so it's this incredible magic trick that they like make things seem novel that have been, that are very, very familiar.
Yeah, this movie's a hoot. I love, like, there's these little frames. It's close to the equivalent of peppering a movie with reaction gifs, right? But it's more than that. Like, something will happen, like the car will jump, right, at some point, and it's like the Rick Mitchell special, and they have this whole big bit, like it's a whole frame that's kind of 2-frame animation going back and forth, and
they'll doodle on it with arrows and words and whatnot.
And we get to see bits of her little movies that she makes that are terrific and super fun. The running gag with how strange the dog is, this pug that...
Who does the voice of the pug, you guys? Doug the pug is the voice of the pug. They recorded him doing snorting and snoring sounds as an actual dog. Giving a performance.
I don't know who Doug the Pug is.
An internet famous
dog. Doug the Pug is.
I don't. Who's Doug the Pug? Tell me.
Hold that thought. You keep talking. Hold on.
Yeah. So
you got merch? Okay.
Yeah, I really like this. I think the voice cast is really good. I feel like we get a more nuanced, more human performance out of Danny McBride in this than anything we've ever seen him do.
Shocked that this was Danny McBride. He is giving this performance that is so not. It's not at all what you're expecting from him. And I like Danny McBride, don't get me wrong, but you generally walk into these things knowing the flavor you're about to be served, and it's something completely different here.
Right. And then Maya Rudolph later turning into this samurai basically is amazing. And I'm not going to say anything more than that. The pun. There you go.
Christy has the sweatshirt. Now I know.
Yeah. I love this movie.
The pug.
Yeah.
I love this movie. It is so smart about its characters and about the family dynamic and about the way that people can love each other and drive each other insane at the same time. And they're true to that while also like keeping it just like gag, funny, and taking this absurd, robots take over plot like seriously enough to do what it needs to do, but at the same time, never letting it overwhelm either the other two things, either the family stuff or the funny stuff. And I just realized that I'm not plugged in, so y'all talk. I'll be right back.
Anyway, the thing I just ran and did, if you guys are just listening to the podcast, I went into my kid's closet and I pulled out his Doug the Pug hoodie. Nick loves Doug the Pug. He's a very famous dog. He's so cute. And he's a real guy. So Nick has watched this movie 4 times already, including showing it to his best friend down the street. Because as you say, like there are bits that are so fast, you cannot possibly catch them all in the first sitting. Plus, you're laughing your ass off, and so you're going to want to hear things again. So the balance of like the weirdness and the sweetness is just really tricky. And
it's gorgeous, and this is going to sound really almost dumb, but it's great to see somebody put out something that is this amazing, and it's not Pixar, and it looks different. It feels different.
It does.
It's not that standard kind of. Yeah, and they've done a terrific job here. This is a super fun movie.
If I have one caveat, it's that it could be about 15 minutes shorter.
Well, how long is it?
It's like right at 2 hours.
Is it?
Yeah. But,
okay.
And
it's
I'm not
an hour and 53.
Yeah, right at 2 hours. Right. And I'm not saying there's an arbitrary length these movies have to be or not be. Again, no good movie is long enough, no bad movie is short enough. But there are moments where I kind of felt like let's get to where this is going, but very rarely. And this is I saw 2 movies this week, one of which we're reviewing now, and another one that I hope that we can get to, that are the first films of 2021 that I think, these are definitely going to be, like, if not on my top 10 list, certainly very much in the running for it. And this is clearly a movie that I loved it. I loved it. And and I will be watching it many more times as well.
Did you guys mention Chrissy Teigen and John Legend?
No, we did not.
So that's also
the perfect neighbors.
And they're like Instagram perfect, and that's, again, it's a thing that is not new. The notion of like social media depression and jealousy, but they find a weird way into that as well.
And weirdly enough, like they make screens are the enemy, but also the potential savior. Like they really kind of thread that needle in terms of like, yes, we all need to stop doing this so much, but on the other hand, it doesn't completely sort of demonize the notion of what we can accomplish with that stuff, because you have somebody like the lead character here who wants to be a filmmaker and maybe doesn't have access to the traditional tools that people in the past had, but she has a phone and she has a laptop, and she has like a green screen in her bedroom, and so she can do whatever she wants with that. And so like
it helps her find her people.
Exactly. So it's not like this Luddite, anti-technology message either.
I will not spoil a single thing, but I love the character that ends up saving the day. And I love how that goes down, given the way that character had been established all along. That's all I'm going to say.
I also love the supporting bits from Beck Bennett and Fred Armisen.
Oh, yes.
Yeah.
Yes. Those are very clever. It's a funny bit every time. They find like various versions of that bit every time, and I always laughed and I always smiled. Anyway, great voice cast, great energy, great message without being heavy-handed.
Yeah.
So 9.5 from me.
9.5.
There you go.
8.5.
Okay. Our number is 9.2. The Mitchells versus the Machines is on Netflix now. So please watch it and then watch it again.
Yes. Don't be surprised if you want to. It's delightful. Thanks for watching. Like this video, subscribe to our YouTube channel. Check us out on social media at BeFastAllDay. And why not drop by our Patreon page at patreon.com/BeFastAllDay. Christy and I are kicking off the new season of The Handmaid's Tale. They have dropped the first 3 episodes of season 4, and we'll be getting into it. So check that out. Thanks for watching. We'll see you next time. Bye.